Hello and welcome to Vietnam Journal, our daily English news bulletin on NETVIET VTC10. I'm Ngoc Anh speaking from Hanoi. Every day we'll bring you comprehensive and up-to-date information about Vietnam and following our major stories on Sunday. Vietcombank plans $1 billion overseas bond issue. Hanoi among Asia's top 10 street food cities. And we'll explore the river wharf ceremony of Vietnamese A-Day ethnic people. Vietcombank, Vietnam's fourth largest lender by assets, said it plans to raise $1 billion selling bonds in international markets. The debt, with terms of up to 10 years, could be issued in 2012, pending shareholders' approval. The issue plan is scheduled to be delivered to shareholders at a meeting on April the 2nd. Vietcombank also needs permission from the central bank to sell the debt. The lender said proceeds will be used to supplement its medium and long-term foreign currency funds of Vietcombank. Foreign currency funds account for 30% of the total deposits at Vietcombank, and foreign currency loans account for about a third of its outstanding loans. Vietcombank's plan to raise overseas bonds follows those by other Vietnamese businesses. Vincom Joint Stock Company, Vietnam's leading real estate developer, said it had raised $185 million via 5-year dollar bonds at an annual coupon of 5%. Vietinbank, Vietnam's largest partly private lender by assets, has begun foreign roadshows to sell bonds, which could involve an issue of $500 million. Japan invested RK Engineering inaugurated a $14 million factory in Vietnam's northern city of Hai Phong on Thursday. The factory will produce high-pressure resistance tanks, heat-proof material, and equipment. The company said it is aiming to provide high-quality products to the Asian market at competitive prices. The products will serve the petrochemical and food industries. Most of the finished products will be exported to Japan and other Asian countries. Construction of the plant started last July, and it should be ready to go into operation next month as scheduled. Nippon Kyohan is the company's main investor. Nippon Kyohan selected Đình Vũ Industrial Zone because of its strategic location, access to the port, reliable utilities, and tax incentives. The zone has attracted more than 43 projects with total registered investment of $1.54 billion. Japanese companies represent approximately 45% of the investment. Vietnam reported $2.52 billion of foreign direct investment or FDI disbursement in the first quarter of this year, down just 0.8% from the same period of last year. Meanwhile, the country attracted $2.64 billion of registered FDI, down 6.4% on year. Real estate came out as the top investment sector thanks to a $1.2 billion project in the southern province of Bình Dương. And now we'll review major events over the past week.
Korea and Vietnam will boost financial cooperation in the near future for the fields of infrastructure and financial market reconstruction. This information has been announced by Dong Soo Kim, president of Korean Exim Bank, in a meeting with Vietnam's finance ministry's representative on Tuesday. Korea will also focus on funding through compact loans for projects on healthcare development, education and training, green development and climate change, among others.
The first batch, worth $185 million has been released on March the 27th. These are the 5-year bonds without security assets, with a coupon rate of 5% capitalized every 6 months. However, these bonds have been listed immediately at the Singapore stock market. A green GDP index may be used in the National Economic Index of Vietnam in 2014. This information was reported during the workshop held by Vietnam's Central Institute for Economic Management in Hanoi on the 26th of March. Green GDP has been studied in many countries, including Australia, the Netherlands, and China.
The international exhibition of construction, building materials, housing and interior decor of Build 2012 concluded in Hanoi on March the 28th. This year's event attracted the participation of 19 countries and territories. The booths that display green materials will highlight spots at the event. Australian Foreign Affairs Minister Bob Carr visited trainees at the Cultural Venue restaurant on March the 28th. He talked to the trainees as well as a group of Australian-based volunteers. The restaurant is a charitable organization offering hospitality training for disadvantaged youngsters.
Two Manchester United players met Vietnamese fans on March the 27th in Ho Chi Minh City as part of the global tour introducing the 19th Premier League trophy won by the club. Owen was named as one of the league's best defenders. Meanwhile, McQueen was known as one of the bravest defenders with his no-nonsense defensive style and monstrous aerial prowess. 10 teams and fans participated in an annual winter football tournament for overseas Vietnamese students in St. Petersburg of Russia. The event was started on March the 25th and aimed to promote the health and unity of Vietnamese overseas students in Russia. This tournament is an opportunity to choose the best players representing Vietnam to join the annual football tournament for different ethnic groups to be held in St. Petersburg Zenit Stadium.
Vietnam Journal. It's not just news, it's life in Vietnam.
Welcome back to Vietnam Journal. CNN Go has voted Hanoi as one of the top 10 best street food cities in Asia. The website praised Vietnam's capital city for many quintessential Vietnamese dishes such as phở and bún chả.
CNN Go complimented Hanoi as a street eater's paradise with a plethora of options for those who want to eat like a local. The website showed that the best food in Hanoi is found on the sidewalk, with dishes that often feature fish sauce, lemongrass, chilies, and cilantro, and other fresh herbs. The 1,002-year-old capital has put those centuries to good use, perfecting its curbside nibbles. CNN features the 10 dishes of Hanoi, including bún riêu cua, or soft noodles with freshwater crab sauce, barbecue chicken, sticky rice, and nem cua bê, or crab spring roll. CNN Go is a separate division of CNN with their own regional staff focusing on travel.
Organizers have announced that R&B and hip-hop star Tayo Cruz from the UK has confirmed to join Southfest show in Saigon on April the 14th. This is the first time the singer has ever visited the Southeast Asian country.
Tayo Cruz is one of the prominent R&B and hip-hop stars in the world music stage. He has gained fame in both US and UK music market as a singer, songwriter, rapper, and music producer. Apart from Tayo Cruz, Southfest also welcomes Kimberly Caldwell, top 7 of American Idol Season 2. Therefore, besides the big band music band from South Korea, Tata Young from Thailand, Southfest will be attended by 2 famous stars from the UK and US, along with Vietnamese singers like Van Mai Hương, Phạm Anh Khoa, Su Boy, Phương Vi. International artists will perform spectacular music show that lasts for 9 hours in Phu Thọ Stadium in Saigon, with over 60 songs of all genres of music such as pop, rock, R&B, among others.
The Ede ethnic group resides in Đắk Lắk, Central Highlands province of Vietnam, with more than 160,000 inhabitants. Their culture remains a mystery to most of outsiders. Let's follow our NETVIET VTC10 reporter to explore their river wharf ceremony, one of Ede people's biggest ceremonies.
Đắk Lắk today is a cultural intersection of many different ethnic peoples and local groups. The Ede, Mnong, and Jarai are the main local or indigenous groups, while many others have immigrated over the past 30 years, like Tây, Nung, Mương, Dao, and Thái. Most of these groups still maintain their cultural heritage, creating a colorful spectrum of cultural life in the central highlands of Vietnam, which is also called Tây Nguyên. One of the oldest customs of the Ede ethnic groups is the river wharf ceremony. This traditional event is held every year after the harvest to wish for the peaceful weather, bountiful harvest, and the well-off life. It is also a meaningful part of the spiritual life of the Ede people and an occasion for the community to get together.
Bến nước là một nơi mà cả cộng đồng, cả buôn làng phải ra đó lấy nước sinh sống, và đồng bào sống luôn luôn gắn liền với nguồn nước. Vì đó cái bến nước được hiểu như là nguồn nước và nguồn của sự sống. Và sức mạnh thần linh nằm ở nguồn nước đó, đem lại sự sống cho đồng bào, đem lại sự sống cho cộng đồng. Vì thế cái lễ cúng bến nước là cũng đồng nghĩa với cúng thần linh.
River wharf ceremony usually take place as a festival of the village. After a long harmony of gongs which bring us to the holy spiritual world, people worship and inform the ancestor about the presence of all children in their families. After that, another harmony of gongs spread all over the space as the young ceremony begins. The holy ceremony is always organized carefully in a solemn way. The leader of the ceremony reads the wishes of the villagers. On behalf of them, he asks the god to bring water, the most important source of life, to the village. After the ceremony, the fresh and cool bowls of water are carried by children of the village with an eagerness. Everyone gathers together and savors the taste of canned wine with the sound of Tây Nguyên gongs and drums keep echoing forever.
Do cái cấu trúc của bộ cồng chiêng Ede thì bài bản không phong phú, chỉ có vài ba bài thôi, và nó không có mang tính biểu tượng thông tin bám như các dân tộc khác. Và những cái số lượng bài bản rất hạn chế đấy thì nó quy định chỉ được chơi trong một số lễ nhất định, và một trong những lễ cúng nổi tiếng nhất của họ là lễ cúng bến nước.
The life of all local ethnic groups in Central Highlands, from birth to adulthood until the return to the world of their ancestors, is accompanied by the harmony of gongs. The melody of Jarai, Ede, and Mnong gongs is harmonic, and the deep sound reaches not only to the people in the Central Highlands, but also to their faraway relatives. Gongs of Central Highlands are recognized as a masterpiece of cultural heritage by the UNESCO.
Well, the story about the river wharf ceremony has wrapped up our news bulletin today. For comments and feedbacks, please send us an email to netvietdaily@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again next week.